What's going on, everyone? Jackson here. Welcome back to the Daily Endeavours for the 7th of February. As always, there will be time codes in the description for fast tracking to each endeavour. I'm not really going to talk much about this one, but I just want to cover one thing before we start. So, regarding the 20-hour maintenance the other day for basically what is the Elder Scrolls Offline, they are providing compensation, but it's probably not what you think. So we've got the extra riding capacity times 3 that we were going to get on the last day of the daily rewards here. This one here, I can get it here because I managed to log on just as the maintenance was about to start. But most people probably missed this in EU because you had 4 hours to do it, right? It's like some people are probably working and sleeping in that time, that sort of thing. So some people missed out on that. You're getting an extra riding capacity times 3 next month. That's the thing. Day 8 of the login rewards for March. What? And then March 3 and 4. It's nice. We're getting double steel rates for those 2 days. But why March? Like what? What is it March? I don't understand. It's nice. Thank you. Okay, it's good. They are giving us something for the fuck around that was the maintenance the other day. But like, what I got no idea. I can't think of anything aside from some superstitious fucking tinfoil hat nonsense as to why they would do that. But I'm sure there's a reason, so I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt and just, okay, thanks at least. I would have preferred it to be sooner, but alright, whatever. So, you see it, so we're getting compensation, but it's going to be next month. Alright, so now we've got the endeavours, go through it, 15 seals each, 2k gold each as well. Pretty easy set. We've got woodworking skill, crafting items. We've got Bestial Daedra, 2 Antiquities, not golden or purple, it's just regular ones, it's good. A Battleground match, and doing emotes. This one's really, really easy. You can get this one done straight away. So, emotes, there's 2 ways to do this. If you're on keyboard and mouse, all you got to do is type / and it'll bring up the chat. And the quickest thing to type is just no. That just, you say no, basically. Now, on console, if I just give me 1 sec to go... Sorry, I've got to connect it. Got to plug it in. Is it going to make the noise? No? Okay. Alright, there we go, cool. So, bring up the menu, and it's just in social, and you get a bunch of emotes here, and there's also just, you can just go hello, and that's it. So, that's all you gotta do. And, yeah, emotes done. Next up, we've got crafting with the woodworking skill. Okay, so, firstly, you want to make sure you have at least some sanded wood. You can just use maple. Even if you're level 1, you can just use maple. Make some bows or some staves. Just don't use shields because they cost twice as much. No point using more resources than you need just to do the same endeavor. So any of this stuff costs 3 sanded maple, so you need 15 in total to make this, and then you also need some star materials. So the good thing about star materials is if you talk to any woodworker, these guys will usually be next to a not a woodworker, sorry, a carpenter. Carpenters are what you're looking for. These people are pretty much always around their crafting stations. Not always, but almost always. You can get all the racial styles for your race, whichever one should be usable. Now, there's only one. I've learned there is only one sort of, what's the word? There's only one caveat to this, and that is if you race change a character, the style material that you can use at base might be different. I've learnt this on an Argonian who has the Redguard style, but not the Argonian style. It's fucking weird. Basically, find out which one you can use and just buy that. So I just use bone in this case. I've got a bunch of bone in the bank, so that's fine. And they all cost 15 gold, and you can get as many as you need. 15 gold times 5, that's what, 60 gold. Maybe a little bit for buying some sanded maple on some guild stores. That stuff is also very cheap. A couple of 100 gold, you'll use 15 seals in a couple of minutes work. Really good daily for this one. So in this case, you just craft a couple of bows like this, and you can either sell them or deconstruct them, either way. I would say deconstruct them because you get some of the resources back so you can do it again another time. Now the only other thing to talk about is crafting writs. So crafting writs, so the woodworking one will be just craft 3 items. So if you have 2 characters, you can do 2 writs on them, and you know the rewards for doing writs are very, very good. You can get rosin, you can get some intricate stuff to either sell or deconstruct yourself for extra resources. Can be beneficial for doing the golden pursuits as well, because you can do the quests. These writs count as quests for this, so really easy to do. Also, good to point out, maybe before you start, group up with a player if you can to do the endeavors while grouped one. Could be helpful. Just remember, they can be offline. They don't even have to be online to actually do this. They can be anywhere. Offline, in the opposite side of Tamriel, doesn't matter. But yeah, just keep that in mind. And so yeah, either you can do 1 character's writs, 3 woodworking items, and then just 2 maple items, or 2 writs, or just 5 maple items. Doesn't matter. Any way that works. They're all relatively good for time, as far as endeavors usually go. Okay, I'll just cover a Battleground match quickly as well. I don't recommend doing this one purely because all these ones here can probably be done in the amount of time it will take just to complete a Battleground match, and that's not even including the queue that it will take waiting for the Battlegrounds queue to pop. You know, you might get really lucky and it might pop instantly, but sometimes it can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, sometimes bloody 30 minutes. I've had ridiculous queues in this game before. Not always, but you can never know. Relying on players is always unpredictable in this game. Whereas with these ones here, you just got to rely on yourself, and I assume most people consider themselves reliable when it comes to that. So I would just avoid this one. You don't have to win it. That's the thing. That's the only good thing about Battlegrounds. Even if you just die over and over, not the best thing in the world, but again, I just wouldn't bother with this one. Okay, so next up we've got Antiquities. You need Greymore to get access to Antiquities, so just keep that in mind. This is a DLC related one. If you don't have the DLC, just do these through here. They're all still really easy. So Antiquities, in order to start them up, you need to find Verita Numida, which can be found here in Greymore's main city, Solitude. People who played Skyrim will probably recognize this. So it's found in this place, basically where the Bard's College is. You talk to her, you complete a quest, she'll get you to interact with this, and then you talk to her again. Now, she has a tutorial in Antiquity that you can dig up. If you haven't done Antiquities before, I highly advise that you do this just to learn it, because it is a little bit complicated to understand at first. But if not, yeah, you don't have to do that. You will have to do a regular Antiquity afterwards, though. So either way, it's fine. Now, what I suggest you do is when you go to do the other Antiquity, or if you do both out here, the easiest places to do Antiquities, you might have access to Artaeum, which is good. Artaeum is usually a really good place because the area that you have available to excavate things is really small. But if you don't have access to Artaeum, I usually use Bleakrock Isle, or I use Stroke Mackay is really good. Betneek is really good as well, this one here. Just any of these, I call these trainee zones. These zones that have the... If you go into... I mean, it's an add-on, but look up the trainee set, even on like Wikipedia's and stuff like that. It will tell you where to get these, and it's 5 zones. So it's Stroke Mackay, Canarthus Roost, Bleakrock Isle, Betneek, and Balfoyan is the other one. So all of these zones are quite small. Canarthus Roost is a bit bigger than the others, but all of these are very small, and the area that you can get to dig is basically all close to a waste run that you pretty much start with. Whereas if you do it in big zones like Stonefalls, you can only have this waste run, and the dig site could rock up somewhere here, and it could be a pain in the ass to get to. So my advice there is, if you're not too experienced, or if you haven't journeyed too much in this game, then just go, especially with Bleakrock, because there's only one waste run in this entire zone, and that waste run will pretty much get you anywhere you need to go. Okay, so when it comes to actually doing your Antiquities, I'll give you a couple of things very quickly to that will help you in the long run if you're going to get into Skyrim. So there's 3 things here, or 4 things here, that are much more important to you than any of these other passives. So this one's obviously important because this unlocks each of the qualities of leaves that you can get. You want to get to 4 out of 5 in order to unlock mythics, which is like kind of a meta thing in this game. If you really want to get characters that perform really well, you're going to basically need mythics. But the ones that really matter: Scryer's Patience, Coalescence especially, this thing is amazing, Future Focus, and Preemptive Power, these 4 here. Dilation and Farsight. Dilation's okay, but Farsight is shit. These 2 here, they use the same resource that Coalescence does. It's like a Magicka charge. Here you can see they all consume a Magicka charge. So they all use the same thing. They would be better if they use their own charge, but they don't. So just Coalescence, this is the only thing you need. This thing is so much fucking better than these 2. So yeah, don't worry too much about getting all the passives here. These 3 here and this one are more than enough. As for excavation, if you just want to do this endeavor and you're doing green ones, you don't need anything other than this stuff here, like these 2. The excavation bit's the easy bit, it's the scrying bit that's kind of the annoying bit. Okay, so early on, scrying green quality stuff, that's all you're going to have access to if you haven't done them before. And they're also the easiest one to do, so you know, you want to do these ones anyway. But if you haven't leveled up scrying at all and you don't have access to any of those passives, this is going to suck. It's going to be painful early on until you really start unlocking the other stuff to do with scrying. Once you get to like level 2 to 3 scrying, it gets so much easier, trust me. But early on, it's going to be painful. Okay, so what you're doing is you're connecting this line here to all of these swirly bits. You want to connect it to all the swirly bits. You might not be able to. Sometimes the game just fucks you over. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do in those cases. Just, you can exit out of this. So, for example, if I just fuck this up really bad and it looks like I'm not going to get anywhere, you can press escape, get out of it, and retry it, and you get an infinite number of tries. So don't worry too much if you fuck that up. Just keep trying. Hell yeah. Oh, no, I missed it. Fuck. Sorry, I messed that one up. Okay, so just go back out. So the reason that you want to get all 6 is, what happens is it creates dig sites, and if you miss one of those swirly things, it creates a second dig site that is fake. So you go there and the item won't actually be there. So it just wastes more of your time. So just do this. You can gamble, but I usually just do this until I actually complete the thing. So this one, that one, because that gets a double R. What else can we do? So what have we got? Oh yeah, cool. Alright, that one worked. Okay, cool. So now it'll show you, so that one there was fake. So this is the actual dig site that you want. So now we just go up there. This is why you want one of these small zones, because it's really easier to get everywhere. To all the dig sites. Okay, so here's the most important thing about when inside the actual dig site. So in your inventory, now that you've unlocked the skill line, go into your quick slots, go to tools, put the Antiquarian's Eye on, and put this in your quick slot, activate it. What this will do is it'll point you in the direction of where you can find your dig site. This means you don't have to just run around this place like a headless chicken, not sure where to go. You just use that to lead you to the direction of the dig site, and there you go, we found it. Alright, so when you're in here, this is basically just a hot and cold mechanic. Red means it's far away as possible. Green means you're right on top of it. So now, process of elimination, the white highlighted area, it's only in this area here. So go there. So it's in this area here. So it can only be on this side though, because according to this, it's not here. So we'll go over here. Okay, so it's in this area here now. Still in this area. There we go. Right, so green means it's here. So now we get this hand brush, and you just click until it digs it up. And there you go. So we found that one until you get that stuff. Alright, now you can, from here, you can just press escape. You can read the stuff if you want to learn about the Antiquities, because everything has like a written bit of lore on it, which is, there's some pretty cool stuff sometimes. But yeah, I've read it already, so. Right, so unfortunately, while you're learning Antiquities, you just have to do greens over and over until you get to the next level and unlock blues. Blues are more difficult, but usually you'll have more passives to handle that sort of thing. Alright, so now we'll just bash your head against the wall. Trying to get this one. Nice. Okay, I got that one. Right, and same thing, so it'll be in a different dig site. It's all the way over the other side, but it is a very small zone. So it's, in a normal zone, that's probably like 10 minutes or 15 minutes of travel, but here it's like 60 seconds. Right, so worth noting in Bleak Rock, if you complete Sky Shroud Barrow, God, I fucked that name up. Sky Shroud Barrow. This area here, it's full of skeletons, but if you complete the quest, the skeletons become docile, so they won't actually attack you. So I would advise completing this quest when you can. It's very straightforward. You just have to... There's like one little puzzle. It's like one of those Skyrim ones. But yeah, getting the skeletons not to attack you every time you go there is quite helpful. Now what we do is... Again, just use the Antiquarian's Eye. It'll point you in the direction of where to find the dig site. Just go straight. Well, there might be stuff in the way, but just try and follow the same direction. There we go. So we found it. Let's kill this guy. And dig. And same thing. So hot and cold mechanic. Got the auger. Oh, we found it. What about that? Beautiful. Sometimes you get lucky like that. Sometimes you don't. That one's done as well. So yeah, I'll just recap. When you get through your scrying, so it'll take 8 green ones in total to get to level 2. Then you unlock Scry's Patience, and you unlock Coalescence. So from that point, it's way easier. So as soon as you do 8 green ones, from that point, it's way fucking easier. And you unlock Blue at 3, yeah, so that one, yeah, you have to do another bunch of green ones. I think you have to do like 16 or 20? Yeah, scrying is a very grindy skill line. Just like Sigic and all that. Alright, so last one, talk about Bestial Daedra. So there's a bunch of options here. I'll run through them and I'll try and run through the strengths and weaknesses. So Domins are one good way. It's probably one of the most readily available ways. Just follow the Domin train and just keep trying. The only issue is sometimes there won't be Bestial Daedra. There'll be like vampires or skeletons or other shit. It's just random what enemies will spawn there. I mean, it might not be random. It might be like a time-based thing, but you won't always have Bestial Daedra there. But they are quite reliable sometimes in Domins. And, you know, you can also get a bunch of XP at the same time, so yeah, it's good for that. Sanguine's Demone is another good one. It's easy to reach. You go to use the boat planes to get Stormhold, and it's just outside. It has a bunch of Ogrims and a bunch of Banekin, a couple of Scamps too. You just have to run through a bit and find them. There's a lot of enemies that are just Dremora in there, and you know they're not Bestial Daedra, but it is quite quick and easy to get to. The overland areas, like Brothers of Strife, there's a bunch of Scamps in here. Brothers of Strife, probably the easiest way to get here is use the Ebony Flask in room that you get from talking to the Breton lady, Philan Demarie, to get the free house for Ebonheart Pact, and just travelling south, or just going from the Wastrun here, down there. The only issue is, as you can see, it's a bit of a trek to get there. Toranan is another good area, this one here. This one's full of clan fears and of Banekin. Oh, sorry, not Banekin, Scamps. So yeah, this one's good too. There's also Scamps in this area here, but not as many I find as in Toranan. And again, it's just a bit of a trek getting here. Now, my preferred method for this is Banished Cells 1. Again, the only issue with Banished Cells 1 is the trek. It's quite a trek getting up here. If you do have the Dolmen train by this point, you'll have this way shrine, you can get there easily. This is my preferred method for getting 10 Bestial Daedra. When it's 5, I usually just do Toranan or something like that. But yeah, today I definitely recommend doing that. And another good thing about Banished Cells is you can just travel there via Wayshrine. As soon as you unlock it once, you can get there via Wayshrine anytime. And it's instant. That's the main reason I use Banished Cells. So it doesn't matter what other players are doing. If they come in and start killing shit, you'll be in a different instance of the dungeon to them. So your stuff will still be there. The only issue with Banished Cells... So there's these 3 here. You don't have to kill these guys. You won't get 10 Bestial Daedra in this place. I mean, unless you've killed stuff outside, in that case, you know, you might as well kill them anyway. The only issue with Banished Cells here, though, is all the other enemies. So, if you've got a Nightblade, I would advise taking one in here, because you can just skip past all the enemies by using Cloak. And the only enemies in here that matter are these 3 here. Everything else around here doesn't matter. So if you can avoid attacking the Sentinel... I know there are Scamps here, but you don't need them, because there's... Even if you kill those Scamps there, there's only 4 there, so that's 7 in total. It doesn't matter. You can kill them, you don't have to. The main reason for that is in here. So this room actually has a ton of scamps, you know, a ton of bankin. There's a group of like, I think 10? Yeah, so here they are. So I'll try and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, sorry, there's 8. Sorry, so you have to kill 2 at least. My bad, that's misinformation there. But yeah, you only need to kill 2. Alright, so you can pull everything at once. That's usually what I just do. If you're a bit worried about how much damage they all do, though, you can just pull one at a time. Because they're 2 separate groups, the way they pull. And once you kill them, that's it. No more to do. Now, if you also want to stop these guys from spreading out all over the place, do the same thing I did here, where you group them all. What it'll do is it'll pull all the ranged enemies into basically the same spot, and you can just go up to the ranged enemies and AoE them down. It makes it easier to kill them all. Now, from this point, you don't have to do any more. There's a boss you have to kill in order to progress, but that's all the Bestial Daedra that you need. So yeah, sorry. So kill at least 2. You can do that with Sirion in the first room, the 3 bankin he's fighting, and then the 8 bankin that you get here as well. And then once you've done that, you're all done. Okay, so that concludes dailies for today. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for your support as always. I'll see you next time, and take care.